What's up, everyone, and welcome to the pop-up addition to the shortboard edition. We have so many requests about people transitioning from the big boards where you can kind of use your toes on the back of the board to pop up to the shortboard. Now, if you're looking for an all-around techniques for beginners, we have our pop-up videos, very popular, been very helpful to many people. But this one focuses on how to pop up on a shortboard. We're going to run through it with Megan today because Megan has made the transition to a shorter board, so we're going to work on perfecting her pop-up for the shortboard. Now, really important when we ride smaller boards such as this one, this is one of my surfboards, it's only a 5'11", is our feet positioning. If my feet are off, if I'm standing on the board way up here, it's never going to work. If I'm too narrow, these boards are not nearly as forgiving as the bigger boards when it comes to where we land on our board after the pop-up. So for maximum control on a shortboard, I want to have one foot over the back area. So if I'm really far forward with my foot, I'm over the front fins. Here, I'm over the back fin. Most of the time, it's kind of in between the sets of fins. And my front foot, I want to be in the sweet spot of the surfboard, which is the dead center of the surfboard, usually the widest part of the surfboard. And if you look at my stance now, I'm in a little more than shoulder width stance, and I'm able to compress low and have maximum control of my shortboard. So I'm going to show you guys how we do it. It's the chicken wing technique that allows us to pop up really precisely. And of course here I've got the fins out of my board. This is something you can practice with no fins, maybe on your bed. I've got a couple of yoga mats here to help support the board so we're not damaging our equipment. We can even build up a little bit of sand on the beach to practice this. So let's go. I'm going to show it to you, Megan, and then you're going to practice.
Sounds good.
Okay. So here we are. I'm on my board. This is about where I'd be laying. And as you know, my feet are off the back of the board. So now I can't get a push with my feet when I pop up. I've got to find another way to get my feet up, and if I try to not use my feet and get up, I have to use my knees, which is very bad, going to slow you down, going to hurt your knees. So here's how we're going to do it. Once we get into our wave, my hands are underneath my chest, pushing off underneath. I really don't want to grab the rails unless I'm maybe pulling into a barrel or something like that, but my hands are here under my chest, and I'm going to plant my back foot first on the kick pad. So now my foot is on the kick pad, okay, and I'm going to push with this foot, push with my hands. And as I come up, I'm bringing my front knee underneath my chin. And you notice my feet aren't in a great stance, so as I come up, I'm going to adjust my feet, turn my hips, so now that my foot is straight across the back of the board, I've got a slight angle here, I'm centered, and I have maximum control to go to my maneuvers. So one more time. We're centered on the board, my feet are off the back of the board because I'm on a short board. I get into my wave, hands under my chest, planting the foot back over the fins on the kick pad, pushing with this foot, knee under my chin, turning my hips as I come up, making any adjustments I need in my footing while I'm still low and compressed, and I'm into a good surfing stance. So now Megan is going to practice it. You ready, Megan?
Yep.
Let's go. Okay, so really important as we lay on the surfboard, legs together on the back, knees together. Okay, so Megan's right foot forward, so we're going to come around the other side of the show. So Megan, plant the back foot on the kick pad, pushing up with your foot here, not with your knee off the ground. We don't want to cheat. All right, pushing with that foot, bringing the other knee into your chin. Boom. Now we're a little off center, so it's important to know that we don't always pop up perfectly. So if we're going to make adjustments in our stance, we make adjustments while we're still low, because once I try to come up and rise up on my board, if I'm here and my foot's off to one side of the stringer, off to the rail of the board, I'm going to wipe out, whereas if I'm here, if I need to make an adjustment, I can make adjustment low while I'm still really balanced. So Megan, let's try one more time. We're centered on the board, legs are together, the back foot's going to plant over the fins on the tail pad back here, pushing up with the foot, the hands, boom. So now she's got a foot over the kick pad, over the fins, a foot in the center of the surfboard, really widespread toes from the yoga. And she's into a good stance. So that's one way you can practice it. Now we're going to show you another way that we can practice. A little more simulation, put a little angle on the board, because when we drop into waves, we're here. So we're going to show you a Keeley. All right, so now we're going to show you the pop-up again with Keeley, our 8-year-old mini grommet surfer, killing it all over Costa Rica, making finals, blowing people out of the water, sometimes even 3 or 4 years older than her. So we're going to show you her pop-up, how she does it. We got a little creative here with hers. We wanted to put a little angle on the board because when we take off on waves, we're usually angled down the face of the wave, so it's a little more simulation. Here we did it with some yoga mats and some blocks. You could do this on your beach, build up a mound of sand so we protect the fins, put an angle on it. A little more simulation. So Keeley, if you'll show us your pop-up. So she's angled down, you notice her legs are together, always on the board. She's going to pop up, she's going to put her foot, and her foot's planted over the fins, coming up underneath, foot across the front of the board. She's into her surfing stance. She's ready to rip down the line and get barreled. Keeley got her first barrel yesterday. So stoked. So guys, that is the Shortboard pop-up. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got all kinds of great videos always coming out. We're going to be following Keeley, Atua, all the Groms as we travel around, watching them surf, tear up Costa Rica, and of course bringing you tons of surfing tips. So guys, we will see you in the next video.